Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. As y'all know, 2020 was a shit show, so my no-buy did not exactly go as planned. I moved, I worked a lot during the pandemic, and things just didn't go as planned. So essentially, this video is going to be going over my current makeup collection, and we're gonna go through my makeup inventory. We'll compare it to last year's to see if I did any better or worse, but really I'm not too inclined to worry about that right now. I'm starting over. I have successfully done my no-buy for like a month and a half now. I started in December, like restarted. I'm doing it with my friend, so we are holding each other accountable. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in watching, my makeup inventory, my makeup collection, then keep on watching. Okay, so moving into the first drawer of my vanity on my right, I have all of my setting sprays along with some miscellaneous stuff. So I've got Anastasia Dewy set, I have a MAC setting spray, I also have some random ones that I got from BoxyCharm, I have a Urban Decay All-Nighter. I actually also have the Too Faced Peach setting spray, but it got all clogged up, so I switched it into an old Urban Decay De-Slick bottle. I've got e.l.f., Ciate, Mario Badescu. I also just keep a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, so you'll see some loose powder that I have sitting there. And then when you open the drawer up all the way, I have what used to be a Charmed Aroma candle. It's a little hedgehog that holds my Q-tips now. I've also got some plain cotton rounds for removing my nail polish. And since my skin's been like super dry lately, I find that the best chapstick for me has actually been Aquaphor, so I just keep it there for easy access. I've also got a color switch and then some random tools that I use on my face often, like a little razor and some tweezers. I also have a powder puff, which I keep in the setting spray drawer because I use it to like pat down my setting sprays so that it dries faster. Then I have this handheld mirror that my boyfriend got me. I just keep it in the top drawer there because I find that I reach for it often when I'm doing my mascara and stuff, so that's really helpful. And then the last thing in this drawer is just a fan that I use to, fan my face, I guess, after I've applied setting spray. It's the purple and gold thing that's just chilling there on the right. I got mine from the Dollar Tree around the time that everybody was receiving the Patrick Ta one in PR. And I find that this one literally just works the same, and it was $1 compared to the $30 one from Patrick Ta. And your girl was not trying to spend that money. So if you need a fan, hit up the Dollar Tree. Okay, so moving on to the next drawer, I keep most of my single face base products. So like all of my setting powders, including my Too Faced Peachy Matte one. That one is one of my favorites. I'm also trying out the new Fenty Lavender powder. I really like that for under my eyes. Also, I'm really sorry guys, I just wanted to jump in and say that it's going to be kind of slow visually for right now, because I recorded with my camera and I decided to do a voiceover, so I didn't know how long each clip was going to take, and the actual video is just going way too fast for what I have to say, so I do apologize for that, but thank you for bearing with me. So hopping back in, I've got my Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder. That stuff's pretty good too. I just find that it leaves a little bit of darkness. I've got some Smashbox setting powder that I haven't opened yet from BoxyCharm. My favorite Nikia Joy setting powder, great for oily skin, even though I'm dry right now. I also have my Glossier Powder here. I do not like this powder at all. I don't know why everybody likes it. It makes my under eyes look so dry and they still crease, so I don't get the hype, but whatever. Then I've got the Urban Decay Velvetizer powder. That stuff's pretty good, but I find that it has a little bit of a scent, and it's like too finely milled. It's like I'm putting baking soda under my eyes, so that's not really a vibe, but it does smooth my skin really nice and it feels really soft, so there's that. And then moving on, I've got like my bronzers, blushes, highlights, so you can see the Physicians Formula bronzer that I have there. And then I also keep all of like my minis to the side there, so you can see like Super Shock highlighter. I've got a Becca blush. The Becca blush is actually full size, but they're pretty small, so I just keep them in those little slots over there. I've got a mini Fenty bronzer. Right beside that, I also have a cream Tower 48 blush. I've got a cream Kaja bronzer. I've got the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder, I think it's called. And then moving over more, I keep my other like full-size bronzers and stuff. So I've got an Hourglass bronzer. I've got a Fenty bronzer. And then moving up from that towards my highlighters, I have the ABH Amrezi highlighter. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. I don't even really follow Amrezi, it's just a nice highlighter. I also have the Too Faced Diamond Light one. I actually really like that one, even though a lot of people don't. I've got Ofra. I have this Essence highlighter. This one's actually like a balm, like subtle highlight for drugstore. I've got an Elizabeth Arden blush, a Melt blush, Burt's Bees blush, an Hourglass blush there. Most of my blushes are like really peachy. And then moving on to some cream products that I have, I've got two Glossier ones. I've got the tinted Kaja bronzer. I've got some other minis there, like the Rare Beauty blush. I also have a Milk, what do you call that, a bronzer stick, but it won't roll up anymore. I don't know what's up with that. And then I have a Becca highlight. So moving into the drawer after that, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a mess. I don't even know if y'all can see properly, but all of my foundations, primers, and concealers. So starting on the right, I have a larger slot for the longer products that don't really fit in the other slots there. So you can see I've got the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer, and then also the Urban Decay All Nighter Primer, just because they're long and they fit better here. And then I also have a little green concealer stick thing that I've had forever, so that's just chilling there. And then moving those out of the way, I have like a little small organizer that I got from Dollarama that has all of my like samples. So there's a mini Hourglass primer there, some sample foundations, and then minis of mostly primers, I think, chilling there. And then if you move along, I have all of my drugstore foundations on the right. So like L'Oreal Infallible, Pure 4-in-1. I've got Wet n Wild over there. I've got an e.l.f. one. I know Pure isn't from the drugstore, but I didn't have like that good organization in the middle. Then I've got ColourPop Pretty Fresh. I'm making my way through this Maybelline one there. It's almost done. It's pretty good. I like it. And then that one is, what is that? CoverGirl Healthy Elixir. That one's pretty good too. And then those ones are my favorite. They're the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I still really like them even though my skin's been dry because I don't find them too dry. And then I have like the regular L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour wear. They're more of a satin finish, so I wear them more often now that my skin is dry. And then moving up to the higher end foundations, I've got the original Fenty Matte Foundation. That one's pretty good. I've been in and out of liking it, honestly. And then moving on to the Huda foundation, that one is really full coverage. I find it can be a little bit cakey and settle into my fine lines. So it's not like the one that I reach for all the time, but it definitely has a time and a place and its own little vibe. And then I have the ABH Dewy Luminous Foundation. This stuff is really good now that my skin's been dry, can't even lie. And then moving on to the Dior Face Backstage Body something or other. That one's a lighter coverage on one layer, but you can build it up, and I do find that it's quite nice. And then I've got some primers and a few more foundations in the next row. So that's the e.l.f. primer for pore filling. Then I have the new NARS foundation. I've actually really been liking this stuff, even though my face is more dry right now. I found that it like sets down really nicely. Then I have the Jouer foundation. I really liked this for a minute, but now I'm not so sure. I think mine might be getting old, so it's like separating and doesn't look that good on my skin anymore, but I still keep it around for now. Then I've got a couple of the NARS pot concealers. They're nice and creamy for covering up acne and also for using under your eyes. I just have 2 shades of that. And then I also have this L'Oreal Pore Minimizing Primer. It's a really good dupe for the Tarte one that's really like hyped up, but it's certainly a fraction of the price, so that's good. And then moving further along the back there, we've got some Farsali primers. I think that one's the Glass Skin. And then I also have the Rose Gold Elixir thingy, but it's just a mini. I find that those are nice, but they're definitely overhyped in my opinion. Then I have this, what is this even called? It's such a long name. Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter Youth Superstar Glow or something. And then I also have these 2 hydrating primers, the new ColourPop Pretty Fresh one, and then Smashbox Primerizer. They're both pretty good so far, but I haven't had a chance to like thoroughly try them. Then I have these 2 primers. This one is a tea tree oil one from the Body Shop. It's pore minimizing. Then I also have the Cover FX Acne pore minimizing one. They're a lot more hydrating than most pore minimizing primers in my opinion, less silicone-y and stuff. So I do like those so far. And then moving on to my concealers, I have the Dose of Colors concealer. I've got ColourPop Pretty Fresh. I think I might have skipped the Pat McGrath one, but oh well. I've got Too Faced Born This Way. I've got NARS Radiant Creamy. I have the Maybelline Age Rewind, the CoverGirl one, I don't know what it's called, L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour, and then this e.l.f. one, and then this other e.l.f. one. That's the hydrating one, and then the one before it was the matte one. So yeah, that's all of this drawer. And then moving on to the next one, it's all of my eyeshadow palettes. So this one here is Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie Patootie, the original one. And then I also just recently got the volume 2 or number 2 or something. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but the colors look beautiful. So there's those two. I also have the OG Cat's Pajamas palette that she launched. A lot of people didn't really love this one, but I thought it was pretty good. I especially like the white shade. It was really good for me. Then I have my ColourPop palettes. This one's the Sweet Talk palette, lots of peachy colors. Then I've got the At Forest Sight, the Raw Beauty Christie collab. That one is beautiful. And then the Flutter By palette, I think it's called, which is more purpley. That one's pretty. Then I've got a couple ABH palettes. I did get rid of a lot of them, but oh, I'm just pointing out that at the back there I keep a lot of cotton rounds. And then this is the Sultry palette. I'm just quickly going through all of them. I don't really know why I bothered opening all of them, just to see how pretty they were, I guess. The ABH Jackie Aina palette, also a banger. Then I have the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. This one is really pretty. I have a couple other Natasha Denona ones up there at the front that I probably show you. So yeah, that one's really pretty, a lot more purpley than the original Sunset. Then I have the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette, which is a pain in the ass to open, lots of neutral brown colors. Then I have the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette, another beautiful OG. I do have a little bit of trouble with the purple in there, but the rest of the colors are beautiful. Then I have this dupe for the Natasha Denona 5 palette, I believe it is. It's just by Bad Habit. One of my friends from the States got it for me. And then I have the Gemini palette by Melt Cosmetics. I've only used this a few times, but it's really pretty and super expensive, so I do hang on to it, especially because I don't have a lot of other green palettes. And then moving on to the next drawer, it's really just all of my face palettes and the big face products that won't fit in the top drawer. So I forget what this is called, but it's by Benefit. It's just bunch of Cheek Leader. Okay, that's what it's called. But yeah. And then I've got the Kylie Wet Set, the original one. I paid $90 Canadian for this off a third party seller because it was sold out everywhere. So I regret buying it for $90, but it is really nice. Then I have the Smashbox. I think this is Cali palette or Cali Love. This one's really nice for my fair skin. I find that all of the shades really work well on me. Then I have the Hourglass Ambient Edit Volume 3 palette, I think it's called. That one's really nice. I used to not like the Hourglass palettes because I didn't really understand the point of the ambient lighting powders. I felt like they didn't do anything. But now that I know how to use them, they're actually really nice. Then I have the ABH Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. They're a lot more glittery than I thought that they would be, to be honest. But I don't really have a lot of ABH highlights, so I do keep it, and it is really pretty and reflective. Then I've got some full-size bronzers, so just that Annabelle one from the drugstore. And then this Marc Jacobs one, I do really like it. It's the Tantastic bronzer. Then I've got the Alamar Cosmetics blush trios. I have the ones that they came in BoxyCharm, so the light one and then the medium one. I think they reformulated or came out with new shades, but these are the original ones that they had. Then I have the Pure palette. I got this in a BoxyCharm as well. I don't know if it's got a specific name, but it's Fair Light. It's got bronzer, blush, all that kind of stuff. Then I have this really beaten up Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Had that forever. I've panned most of it, but I still can get some use out of those bronzer shades, so that's what I'm working on. And then I have these ColourPop blushes. So I'm showing you here that my purple one, I forget what shade exactly it is. All of these are the Kathleen Lights ones, but the purple one gets some yellow bumps on it for me, and I'm not really sure what's up with that. Is that normal? I don't know. I did email ColourPop and they said that it was perfectly fine, so I don't know. Then I just have this Laura Lee Los Angeles cosmetic bag there that my brushes came in from them, and then I keep a bunch of Q-tips at the back. So that's really all that drawer is. Okay, so moving up onto my desk, I have this little turny thing that I got from Winners. I keep all of my eyeliners in there, so I've got some Marc Jacobs. And then I have this NYX Jumbo White eyeliner, and then all of these ColourPop ones, some colorful, some neutral. I've got the Raw Beauty Christie collab ones. I've got this Makeup Geek Burgundy one, really pretty. So that's all for those eyeliners. Then I have some irregular stuff, which isn't just my everyday mascara and eyeliner. So there's this black, stamp, a star stamp. So if you're doing anything creative, I could use that. Then I have the ColourPop Freckle Pen. I've got the Marc Jacobs Mascara Primer. This is ColourPop's Blue Mascara, and then just a Maybelline Brown Mascara in there. And then those are my everyday mascaras. So I've got a couple of Essence ones, the Pat McGrath one. This one's pretty nice so far. I do like it. Then I've got, Maybelline one and another Maybelline false lash one. That one's waterproof. And then moving on to my black eyeliners, I have this ABH one. It is a felt tip, but I do find it's pretty precise. It's just not quite as precise as a brush tip, but it is nice overall. Then I've got this unopened Sephora one. It is a backup. I do really like their brush tip liners. Then I've got two of these Hank and Henry ones that I got in a BoxyCharm. I love how precise it is. These were like the first brush tip liners I think that I tried. I just find that they're not that like opaque and black, but the brush is really nice for doing a wing. Then I have this ColourPop brush tip liner. I haven't given it a go yet. And then I have this Essence liner. It's super matte and super black. I actually think that it's a really good dupe for the ABH one. It's much more affordable and almost just as precise in my opinion. Then I have this Tardiest double take liner. So one end is felt tip and one end is more of like a pencil, which I just use for like tight lining. And that is basically it for this one. So moving along into my babies, these are the palettes that I use the most often. They are at the top of my vanity. So starting off right at the front, I have my Raw Beauty Kristi X Pure palette. I do open up all of them, I think, just to show you guys what they look like. But as you guys probably know, there's a colorful side and a neutral side to that one. Then I have Juvia's Place. I think this is Afrique palette. That one's really nice and colorful. Then I have the Zulu palette, which you can tell the top brown shade I totally took. I tried to depot it and I took a chunk out of it, but it's still a beautiful palette. I just gave up on depotting it, which really, why would you? The outside packaging is just so beautiful. Then I have the OG Violet Voss X Laura Lee palette. Definitely been loved and abused. Then I have the new, what is it called? The Juvia's Place Walla palette, I think it is. That one is super pretty. I actually haven't used it yet, so I have to get on that. Same thing with the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. I just got it for Christmas, so I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but it looks beautiful. And I also don't have a lot of cool tones in my collection, so really looking forward to using that. Then I have this ColourPop X Kathleen Lights palette. Super beautiful. I have used that quite a few times, and it is one of my favorites, which is why it's up there. Then I have the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and say what you guys will about Miss Jaclyn, but this palette is so good. The brights blend like nobody's business, I swear. I was super impressed when I first used it, and I'm still super impressed now. So, highly recommend that one. And that is it for all my palettes. Now, moving on to my beauty box. So, the first drawer here is all of my lipsticks. So, I have most of the liquid lips at the bottom there. I've got a couple of nude sticks. I unfortunately have some Jeffree Star lipsticks. I no longer support him, but a lot of these I've owned for a long time. They are really good liquid lipsticks. I just don't personally support him anymore. Then I have this Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. I've got 4 from Laura Lee Los Angeles. Then I have some Kylie, and then the oldest lipsticks that I have are one from ABH and then one from Stila. They're long expired, but I still have them. And then moving up further, I have a couple of lipsticks from the Sephora collection, which are really good. I've got a satin and a matte one. They're both great. Then I have this new Natasha Denona lipstick that I got for Christmas. It is super pretty. I believe it's a satin. I'm really just a sucker for anything like brownie, beige, and nude. I kind of stay away from the peachier lipsticks from my undertone. I'm really just into the browns, as I'm sure you can see. This one's like a little bit too cool for me, and then the one that I'm opening now is a little bit too like yellowy for me, but that one is closer to what I kind of gravitate towards. I'm just wiping off some other lipstick because I always like combine my lipsticks. I don't know, do you guys do that? So like those two, for example, I find like one is too warm and one is too cool, so I usually just combine them. But yeah, I'm really finicky on like the kind of nudes that I like. So then I'm moving up here is really just all of my chapsticks, just various brands. I have some other lipsticks, couple from Too Faced. So this Too Faced one, it broke and now it's all deformed, and I don't really want to get rid of it because I swear it was like $30, so I just kind of use it the way it is. I tried to like use a lighter and then like freeze it and mold it back together, but that just never worked. I've got this Maybelline lipstick. As you can see, like I said, I combine my lipsticks, so they're all kind of just like a mess. But this one is Hot Sand. It's a matte lipstick, and this one is so good for using on like the center of your lips. It just lightens like every color, so I do really like that one. I've had it for a long time, but I will rebuy it when I'm out for sure. And then moving below that, I just have some more affordable ones. So like I've got some from Essence, some from L'Oreal, some from ColourPop. And then on the left there is just all my glosses. So I've got this one from Patrick Ta. It is really nice. Then I have some from ColourPop, including the ones from the Raw Beauty Kristi collab, one from e.l.f., and then some Fenty. And that's it for that drawer. Then the next drawer down is really just all my brow products. So I've got this Benefit brow powder. It's got 2 different shades. I've got like the soap for soap brows. This really doesn't belong in this drawer, but I don't know where else to put it. It's just a Morphe black gel liner. Then I have the ABH brow pomade as well. I've got some different brow gels, including this Essence one. It's pretty good, but I find it's a little bit light for my eyebrows, can't lie. But it is pretty affordable, so if you can find your shade, go for it. Then I have this e.l.f. brow pencil as well. At first I really liked it, but now I find that the tip isn't as like precise as I need it to be. Then I have these 2 mini It Cosmetics brow pencils. I really like these. I had a full size and I really enjoyed it, so now I got some minis. Then you have the tried and true ABH brow pencil. Really good, can't go wrong with that. I've got this LA Girl one. It's a bit too dark for me, but still really good. Then I have the Glossier Brow Flick. I cannot really get this to work that well for me, but apparently practice makes perfect with it because Kathleen Lights really likes it, so give it a go. Then I got this Fenty Beauty one from BoxyCharm. I haven't tried it yet. And then the NYX brow pencil as well. If you can find your shade in the NYX one, it's really good. If you're in Canada though, I wouldn't get it from Shoppers Drug Mart because they charge you a lot more than just getting it from the actual NYX store. Just a heads up. Then I have some backups up there of primer and a brow pencil. Then moving down into this next drawer is all of my lashes. So I have this lash book. Surprisingly, I don't use a lot of the lashes that are in here. I really should, but some of them are just like too small and then some are too big. Then below it, I have magnetic lashes. I have 2 lash glues. The dark one is House of Lashes and then Duo. Then that's a magnetic liner. Came with one of those lashes, an eyelash curler, just your basics, some lash scissors. I use those to trim my eyelashes. Then this applicator from Tarte, it's really helpful. I've got a bunch of different like various Ardell lashes. So Ardell tends to make my favorite ones. I do prefer them over Kiss lashes just because of the style really. Then in the back there are the ones like I haven't really opened yet. So Foam Mink, Naked Lashes, those ones look really pretty. And then I've got some velour ones, I think they are. They came in like a Sephora favorite set. I have used those. They're really nice. I like them because my eyes are like short and hooded. So find that those work nicely. Moving on into the next drawer, it's really just a bunch of miscellaneous eye stuff. So I've got some single shadows here, this Hourglass Scattered Light, it's super pretty. Then I also have the Raw Beauty Kristi Single Shock Shadows from ColourPop. I've got some lashes, the Raw Beauty Kristi X Pure ones to be exact. Then I have some backup lashes, just these ones are from Glam Eye Cosmetics. They make really nice big lashes. I kind of know the owner. We're in a Facebook group together, so if you need big dramatic lashes, check out Glam Eye Cosmetics. Then I have my backup mascaras there just sitting in organizers that I got from the dollar store. So there's various ones. I got most of the minis there from a Sephora favorites collection. And then I've got some from the drugstore, just Maybelline. And then the next kind of organizer over, I've got these Urban Decay Heavy Metal liners. I find that I have to shake them up really good before I use them. The blue one in particular kind of separates pretty bad, but they are really nice, precise glitter liners. Then I have some primers, the Too Faced Glitter Glue and the Urban Decay Primer Potion, both bangers. Then I have these 2 single shadows from Dose of Colors. I think they're called Block Party shadows, just 2 of them. They're kind of hard to open. This brown one, I think I got both of them in BoxyCharm, by the way. But this nice brown glittery one, and then this nice green glittery one if it wants to open. There we go. So it's got a lot of like nice gold kind of sparkles in it. So those are really nice. And then the back of that organizer there is just all of my Stila glitters. So it's pretty messy in this organizer. Like I'm not really sure how to store it. Everything in this drawer is just kind of like leftover stuff that I don't really know how to store. But if you have any ideas, let me know. So then these Steeler ones, I've got Rose Gold Retro and then Wanderlust. Wanderlust is so pretty. I think it's Raw Beauty Christie who recommended it. And then these two minis, Diamond Dust, or Dusk. No, I think it's Diamond Dust. If you're familiar with like my panning videos, I was trying to pan that one, so I'm still trying to use that. And then Golden Girl. And then moving on into the next organizer, really it's just all of my loose glitters from Lit Cosmetics and then my Makeup of Murder pigments, the neon ones. And then I've got this Inglot Duraline. I use that for mixing with the pigments and then for using if anything's dried out, like a liquid lipstick or my ABH brow pomade. And then just the Lit glitter glue there in the back. So just a bunch of loose fun stuff. And then the next drawer down, I wasn't really sure if I should show this because it's not really makeup, but it is skincare and it counts towards my inventory. So figured might as well. The organizer on the right there is all of my masks. So some leave-on ones, some overnight ones, some eye masks, some Boscia pore strips. So in the back there is all of my sunscreens, but just loose on top of everything, I've got these clean and clear makeup wipes because I reach for them most often when I'm doing like swatches and stuff. So in terms of sunscreen, I have this Neutrogena one. It's supposed to be a spray, but it friggin' burns your eyes, so do not spray it. I spray it in my hands and then I rub it on my face. Then I have La Roche-Posay one. It's tinted, which I find really nice. I was looking for this forever because I got it once at one of like the limited L'Oreal sales, and then I ran out, so I was on the hunt for this and I found it at another L'Oreal sale, but they also sell it at Shoppers behind the pharmacies, so there's that. Then I have this Neutrogena Hydra Boost one. This came in a pack of 3 from Costco and it was only like $25 or $30, so pretty affordable considering one of those is usually like $15. Then I have this Tatcha Dewy Cream. My god, I did not want to buy this, y'all, but my skin has really been dry and like trying it, so that's the only thing that really helps. Then I have this CEO Sunday Riley Cream. I find this stuff pretty thick, I'm not gonna lie. I'm using it up because I got it in a BoxyCharm, but it's not my favorite. Then this is like my last gel moisturizer. It's on its last legs. Just because I used to have oily skin, I really preferred gel moisturizers. Then that big thing in the middle there is just a prescription anti-acne cream, so that's chillin'. I got cold, so don't mind the sweater, but I have this Dermalogica Clear Start Spray Toner. I really like the fact that it's a spray, and I find that it does actually help with my acne, so that's a bonus. Then I have these 2 moisturizers. The Cetaphil one is for the day, and it's got a little bit of SPF. I do find that I put sunscreen on top of it still because it's only 15. And then the CeraVe one is for nighttime. I'm almost all out of that. I don't find that it's as hydrating as it could be. But that being said, it's actually pretty good for my skin right now because I'm in between like dry and oily some days, and then other days I'm like super dry, so then I just like layer up a thicker moisturizer on top of it. So especially if you have oily skin, I think it'll be good for you. It's just not as thick as like the Tatcha Dewy Cream or anything like that. And then moving on to the organizer on the left, I've got a bunch of serums and stuff from The Ordinary. Then I've got a couple on the right as well that wouldn't fit in the organizer, like the drawer wouldn't close, including hyaluronic acid, and I think that one is a retinol. Then I have this serum from Lancome. Nakia Joy really put me onto this, but I haven't had a good chance to try it yet because of all the acne medication I've been on. But the one time that I did use it, it seemed really hydrating, so I'll have to give that a go after my skin is more normalized. Then I just have this Bioderma micellar water, helps get off swatches, with those makeup wipes. And then just some more The Ordinary serums. So I've got caffeine, I've got alpha lipoic acid, and I have mandelic acid, I think it's called. Really, they're just to help with like my dark spots and my acnes and some anti-aging stuff. And then the caffeine for my under eyes. Then I've got this Drunk Elephant retinol as well. I've given it a go a few times, but really I can't say too much about skincare right now just because my skin's really going through a lot and I'm seeing a dermatologist. Then I have some minis. So I've got this, I call it Ski Essence, but I think it's SK2. So I've got that essence, and then I have this Peter Thomas Rolfe spot treatment. I hate this stuff. I bought their whole acne kit, and I found that I really liked everything else but that. It just smells so bad, and I don't think it actually did anything. Then I have this Biossance. I think it's like a fake retinoid or something. I don't know. I haven't really tried it. Then I have Clean and Clear spot treatment. I have two of those because I just found that they actually did something, but since I've been seeing a dermatologist, again, I haven't really been using these. But yeah, they used to be my favorite when I wasn't seeing a dermatologist. Then I have some eye creams. So first is this Olay retinol one. I use it at nighttime and I find that it spreads really easily and absorbs really well. So like that one. And then the next one is just from Tatcha. I use it during the mornings and I gotta be honest, I do not like this, not nearly as much as like my Banana Bright eye cream or what's the other one I use, like the Origins ginseng one. This Tatcha one, it just doesn't like absorb into my skin. It feels like it really just sits on top. And for the price, I don't really like it. But luckily, I just got it in like a set, so no harm done. And for the sake of the inventory, I gotta go through these. So these are all my backups of skincare. Just keep them in this little makeup bag by he who shall not be named. So I've got some Olay stuff that I got from Christmas. So I think that's a face wash, and then it also comes with a moisturizer with some SPF. Then I have the Murad exfoliating cleanser, which I got from BoxyCharm, and another ordinary product. This one's the rose hip oil. Then I have the Olay retinol moisturizer. Goes with the eye cream, but haven't tried it yet. Then I have this, what is it? First Aid Beauty KP Bump Eraser. I plan on using this for my legs to help treat strawberry legs, so hopefully that works. Then I have this toner by Dr. Bran, again from BoxyCharm, so I'm going to try that when my current toner is done. Then I have this Sunday Riley A Plus Retinoid Cream. Again, I got it from a BoxyCharm and I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but can never go wrong with retinoids. Then this Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse. I am so excited to try this. I just really like pre-cleansing. I find that it takes off my makeup so much better. Then another ordinary product. This is niacinamide. I tried this before and I didn't find that it did much, but I think I mentioned this before, but I think it's just because like my acne was ongoing. So now that it'll be treated, hopefully that'll work for me for the dark spots. Then I have this Tatcha Rice Wash cleanser, then another backup of my La Roche-Posay sunscreen and makeup wipes. These ones were on clearance. I do really like them. Clean and Clear night relaxing ones. They don't have like that strong of a smell, but I just find that they're really moist, so that's good. Then I just have this Neutrogena makeup remover, and that's it for the spare skincare. So I don't know if y'all really care about this, but this is like my hair drawer. So I have these organizers with all of my, bobby pins, hair elastics. Don't ask me why I have 5 hairbrushes. People just give them to me as gifts, so I have a bunch. Then in the back there, I keep all of my spare products. So I've got some dry shampoos, I've got some hair oils, and then some mini conditioners. And then this drawer at the very bottom is really the brunt of it. I've got a bunch of dry shampoos, leave-in conditioners, BioSilk, what else is in here? Basically just everything. I've got a heat protectant, some more leave-in conditioners, a hairspray, some detangler. I've got a volume spray from BoxyCharm. I have this Pantene volume spray that supposedly works. I don't know. I don't think it does anything, but it does smell good. So I use that. And then just on the left there, I have a little organizer that has my Cinema Secrets in it and my nose rings. Just didn't really have anywhere else to put it. So that's where it's at. So this is the last area. Again, I'm not really sure if you guys are inclined to see it, but just for the purposes of my inventory, I thought I would. The basket on the left there is all of my hair tools, and then I've got my body sprays, my body lotions, my perfumes, and then in the very back, I keep all of my hand soaps and my backup candles. I'm not really sure how to store stuff right now, so it's all over the place because I recently moved. So for now, everything is kind of just everywhere until I get a bigger space. That bottle that I'm moving there is jojoba oil. Then I keep a kind of glass container with all of my mini body sprays. There's some mini lotions as well, mostly from Bath and Body Works, but I do have the Sol de Janeiro. I wish I could say that, but I can't. But their body spray, and then I have some of their lotions as well. The Bum Bum creams, they are amazing. They smell really good. And then I have this body oil. They say that it can go in your hair as well, but I tried putting it in my hair and it made it super greasy, so don't recommend putting it in my hair. Or in your hair rather. You're not going to put it in my hair, but don't put it in your hair. I got it from BoxyCharm, so just saying that if you get BoxyCharm as well. And then, like I said, my backup candles and my backup soaps. So that's really it for here. And then if you're just curious, in the very very back, I just keep like all my extra like birthday cards and shit. So again, if you guys have like storage ideas, let me know. I need a way to organize this area a little bit better, but yeah, that's it for now. And then I'm not going to go through these too thoroughly, but this is basically all of my nail polish. Most of it is lights lacquer or kale polish. I've got some hollow taco as well, and then top coats and base coats are just from like everywhere. So not going to go through this, but this is my nail polish collection, and I'll include it just for inventory purposes. So that's really the end of the video, guys. I've gone through everything. So if you like it, you can subscribe. You can not subscribe, but I thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I do better this time with the no buy and with the panning. So wish me luck, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.